Just recently, my wife, she went out with some friends, and two of those friends happened to be single, and they were talking about all the different crazy gadgets that single people have now to be able to connect, from the online dating apps, all that stuff. It absolutely blew my mind that all these tools existed out there. You might be wondering, Scott, why in the world are you leading with that? I'll get to it later. Just think about tools of the trade, and that'll be a little sneak peek as we get into this week's content. This video here is going to give you an overview of all the content you're going to see this week, as well as some AAA treatment, some recognition of you all for your amazing work. Video number 2 this week is going to be curriculum and culture connection, where we dig into social contracts and long distance relationships. I seem very relationship driven today, don't I? Video number 3 is going to be about operations, a new dismissal time that I want you all to pay attention to, effective on Thursday. Video 4 is going to give you a social work update from Jordan. She's going to talk a little bit about mandatory reporting. Video number 5 is our launch. Please don't forget to complete the weekly Google form check-in, especially if you have questions or needs in there. That's really important for me to be able to serve you the right way. With that said, let's get into the AAA treatment. I want to take some time to affirm and acknowledge and appreciate all of the great work we are doing as a Doherty family. And I want to begin by saying, in the AAA section of our weekly on-demand content, I usually just focus on 3 just for the sake of time, but all of you are doing an amazing job helping students grow, supporting families, and most importantly, also supporting each other. So I want to thank all of you. I want to give a special shout out to Lauren Baruda and Lisa Reed. Their job is to support students with reading, right? They're reading interventionists. They're reading experts, and they really haven't had a chance to dig into their job yet. They're doing all these other things. One thing on top of all the stuff they're supposed to be doing is they're doing testing. They've helped create a very successful testing week last week and this week for all of us in our classrooms to make sure that students are successful. But you may not know this. They've also launched and made sure that Lakers Online has been able to do their NWEA testing as well. And that's been an absolute bear, from technical glitches to making sure all teachers feel supported. They've really done an amazing job being team players for the district. And I want to thank you, Lauren and Lisa, from the bottom of my heart. And I'm sure my thanks are also on behalf of Deanna and the entire district. I also want to give a shout out to Julie Baton and Shelly Valentine. They've had new students enter their class this week, and they've really gone above and beyond to create that 5-star greeting feeling for the families and for the students. From personal Zooms with the families to phone calls, they are really making sure that the transition from Lakers Online to the classroom is a successful one. So I want to thank you, Julie and Shelly, for really being what we're all about, and that's creating a culture of care and connection. Lastly, I want to give a huge shout out to Michelle and Stephanie in the office. I don't know where I would be without the two of you. Definitely the school would have burnt down a long time ago if it wasn't for the two of you. But I saw something earlier today that really just demonstrates what you two are all about. We had a staff member whose computer was not working. It was malfunctioning. In addition to connecting to Oakland schools for that staff member, you also found a computer to make sure they had something, one tool of the trade to be successful for the day. And that just embodies what you two are all about. Always problem solving for others, always putting others' needs before yours. And I just want to say thank you very much for that. Doherty staff, Doherty family, I know that this is nothing compared to all the hard work you do, but I did send a link out for Doherty's Spiritwear. This is your opportunity to purchase it, and I'm taking $5 off your one purchase. And that does very little to show my appreciation for each and every one of you, but I hope it helps a little bit. So please dig into that Doherty Spiritwear PTO store, pick out your item, and we'll make sure that you get a $5 discount. I'll make sure I cover the cost of those discounts. Stay tuned for video number 2.